Here's a little tidbit of information for you. The American Chemistry Council estimates that the average American wastes $640 worth of food every single year. Food waste is the greatest contributor to US landfills, and that is all contributing to greenhouse gas emissions. It's bad all around. So how can you avoid that massive wallet drain? When you buy in bulk, we know that buying in bulk is a great way to save money, but it's important to only buy the right things in bulk. This is for your pantry staples, your non-perishables, things like rice, beans. You want to buy them in bulk, but also you want to make sure you consume them within a few months of buying them. When you get them home, store them in an airtight container to keep them fresh. Your fruits and vegetables need to be stored properly. Things like berries, grapes, bell peppers, and citrus need to go in the refrigerator, whereas things like cantaloupe and other melons, tomatoes, and apples can stay out on the counter to continue to ripen. Also, make sure you never store your fruits and vegetables together. The gases from the fruit can cause the vegetables to spoil more quickly. When you bring your herbs home from the store for fresh herbs, put them in a jar in some cold water to keep them fresh. And if they start to look a little bit wilted, don't throw them in the garbage. Just dunk the tops in a bath of cool water to freshen them up and liven them up. Same thing goes with the greens that you'll pull out of the refrigerator. Now, a lot of people make the mistake on the best by, use by date listed on your packaged foods. Best by or best before date means that it's going to taste the best if you eat it by that date, but it doesn't necessarily spoil once it reaches that date. You still have a little bit of time to eat it. A use by date, however, is an actual hard, fast expiration date. That means that this product will start to spoil once you've reached that date. Also, if you're not going to eat it, freeze it. If, for example, your berries are not going to be eaten before you go out of town, toss them in a bag and throw them in the freezer. You can eat them when you get back or within 6 months of putting them in the freezer. For your meal planning, this is another really big thing to think about in terms of not wasting food. Plan to cook for your family 3 to 4 times a week, maybe more, maybe less, but 7 times a week is probably too much food. You're not going to eat all that food and you'll end up throwing a significant amount of it in the garbage. Also, every time you cook, think in terms of packing up some leftovers and putting those in the freezer for later. You can pack them up in single serving sizes like this or in family sizes like this bigger jar. I love storing my leftovers in just regular old glass jars, ball jars for example. They won't break when you bring them out of the freezer. Just put them in the sink in a little bit of warm water to release them from the glass. And then you have single servings and family servings of whatever you've made. This works particularly well with soups and stews and casseroles. Every time you cook a protein, think in terms of your next meal also. Leftover fish becomes fish tacos, leftover chicken goes into quesadillas or a soup. It saves you not only money, but also time, and we could all use a little bit more of both of those in our daily lives, don't you think? Remember, this is about helping you live your healthiest life, have healthy meals and a healthy body, but it's also about doing it on a budget. I know that I covered a lot of tips and a lot of ideas here, so if you have any questions or concerns about any of it, post it in the comments section below. We are, I promise you, here to help you.